All right, if you're like us, you probably woke up this morning to the news that Pope Francis passed away early this morning. We'll get all the details surrounding his death coming up in just a few minutes with Leo Ikoholokula at our Island News Desk. But this news triggered emotional reactions around the globe.
And it's also going to trigger what is called the Papal Conclave. This is the highly secretive process by which the next leader of the Catholic Church will be selected.
You know, since the last time this centuries-old ritual occurred was 12 years ago, in 2013, that's when Pope Francis kind of took over for Pope Benedict. And, you know, it's always an event filled with drama. You know, of course, they got the chimney stack, the black smoke or the white smoke. And it's always like everybody's in like the Vatican Square and just like with the umbrellas just waiting for it to happen, right?
And here's the thing is that the drama could last hours, days, months, even years. In fact, in the 13th century, it took cardinals 3 years to elect Pope Gregory X.
Yeah, I don't think it's I can't remember how long it took when Pope Francis was selected, but you can see
it was a few days. I know that for sure. I remember that being kind of like the first time I understood what was going on. Unfortunately, the only time I've ever heard of a papal conclave was me reading that book, Angels and Demons, by Dan Brown, which, by the way, it's fiction, right? But me not knowing anything about the Catholic Church, it got me interested doing a little bit of research where I found out the truth of things, right?
But there is still drama involved.
Yeah, there is some drama.
Recently, the Oscar-nominated movie Conclave. We got a chance to watch that movie, and I don't know if it's like that behind the scenes, but I'm sure there's a lot of political maneuvering and people trying to form, groups or factions to try and push the cardinal that they want across the finish line to become the next pope. And I know one of the front runners for now is one of the cardinals from the Philippines. So we'll see, how this whole thing shakes out, and if we're going to be seeing the black smoke over a couple days, or immediately we'll see the white smoke.
But just under 1.4 billion people are baptized Catholics. So I know that this has affected quite a lot of people in the world.
Yeah, so a lot of emotions. And as we mentioned, Leo Ikoholokula is standing by. That is going to be the top story from our Island News Desk. So let's send things over to Leo, who is standing by with more on this global story. Lei?
Yeah, you guys, it's big news. The tributes have been pouring in from across the world, and there have been an enormous amount of responses right here, too. Now, Governor Josh Green released a statement saying, in part, quote, Pope Francis was a beacon of compassion, humility, and service. Now, Governor Green has ordered all U.S. flags at all state offices and agencies to be flown at half staff, and the Pope until the Pope is laid to rest. And he was 88 years old. We're going to have more on this on Island News at 5, including a live report. Well, the 33